Good morning everyone, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, where we tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon. We're on Honda Holiday, A-Class Honda Dirt Racing, for the Happy New Year. Glen Rannoch Trail, Lakehurst Forest Trail and Holyrood Park Trail.
I've been looking forward to this autumn championship for ages. I think you'll enjoy this one. What am I saying? Of course you will.
Honda. What should I go for? I'm looking all-wheel drive. I've basically got a few, so I'm going to go for a Civic Type R, 2015, seasonal tune. Yeah, I'll give that a blast. It's an auto show car. I've got the share code up on screen now. Let's go grab it, get it on my car, and let's go for a blast. Loading in. Where are we going first? Glen Rannoch Trail. Difficulty wise, unbeatable, traction off, stability off because it's dirt and I want to chuck it about a bit. So onto the line and go. Although this is probably more road than dirt, to be perfectly honest. And let's do a creepy overtake down the middle. Give you a little bit of a nudge, cut the corner, another bit of a nudge coming up, or not. Drift and a pass and show off skill. Yeah. Third place. This is not the quickest. This really isn't. But my options are kind of limited a bit. Smack into there. Totally lost that. Let's hit rewind. Let's have another go at that. Little nudge into the back of you and managed to bounce off you. Because I did that before and I actually lost the input on my controller. So I ended up having to reverse into that. This is not the best driving, although I'm off-road, so it gives me a bit more of a chance. But, and it's at the NSX, that's actually going pretty quick, to be fair. Give you a nudge. I'm not messing about too much at this point. It's been a long day and I'm tired and, you know, yeah, I'm just getting it done. Nice little drift round there. Take that corner carefully. Don't spin it. Almost spun it then. Spin one way, spin the next, and go round. They're keeping up with me because, well, it is unbeatable, which should just be named ludicrous or bullshit or something like that. But they are keeping up with me, but I'm in first. I'm alright. I'm going to fly around here. Managed not to hit the barrier. That's good. And let's have a big race downhill and see if I can avoid hitting stuff. Ah, side on. Wasn't too bad on that last bit, but yeah. Give a spin round there. Not doing too bad. Chucking it about quite nicely. This is when I get to bits like this. That's when it tends to go a bit wrong. At least I didn't hit anything. Bit of braking round here. This is actually a speed zone, I think. In reality, it's a bit of a pain. But anyway, I'm back onto the road. I can see the finish line. This has been alright. Nothing too problematic on this. Bit of dodgy driving, but that's how it goes when you're messing on Unbeatable sometimes. Catching up with me. Little lag there, little jitter. And I have actually worked out what seems to be causing this. And yes, it is a Windows problem. So next up, Lakehurst Forest Trail. That's where I am. Same settings as before. So go. Yeah, I've been having these problems the last few weeks with these updates. And it does seem to be pretty bad. I was thinking it was a game, to be honest. I've recorded a lot of stuff, including everything to the end of this series. And I've since found out that there's a bit of a problem in Windows 11. Windows 10 was just a huge problem in itself. Windows 11 has got a bit of an issue with, surprise, surprise, the way it handles security. It's got this thing called memory isolation, where you can do all extra checks on stuff coming in and out of your RAM, coming in and out of your memory. And it tends to really lag the system down and cause issues in games. And I've been running a developer version of 11 for a while, since June. And I'm on the current version, which is not the release version, but I'm on sort of the latest one I can get. And it seems that this mode has become more aggressive. And it's been causing it to stutter and have these issues simply because when doing so it uses more processing power, which I think is probably part of the reason why Microsoft are being all dodgy with CPU requirements. Luckily, I can turn it off. Windows is insecure. It is. Windows always has been insecure and always will be insecure. And if you use Windows, you need to use it knowing that it's an insecure system. No sane person would release an operating system where admin is your default level of privilege. And it is, that's what Windows is. Every account is admin, unless you particularly go in and make an account which is a limited user. So Windows is always going to be insecure, so adding this extra stuff on there at the hit of performance is probably not really effective. I don't encourage anyone to go and turn this stuff off unless you are having serious problems and do know that what you're doing is making an already insecure system a little bit more insecure. But that's what I've had to do to sort of try and fix it. But the finish line is coming up here, and I've done that. Jobs are good. And before anyone says to me about making my computer insecure, this is literally all I do on it. Games, this is it. Forza, that's all I do. This is all I do on Windows, that's it. No personal information, no network access, nothing on here. All I do is games. I've got a Linux install for everything else, for all my work, all my editing, all my personal stuff. And that is secure. So I'm not worried about messing about with Windows and turning off a few things Microsoft rather me not turn off, you know. I need my games to work. But that's enough about whinging about Windows and 11. But that's why I've been getting my stuttering and the juddering and stuff. And it seems, but I have fixed it in my time since recording all of this stuff. But you may see stuff in the next few weeks where stuff still is doing it because that was recorded before I switched it all off. But anyway, this one. Where are we again? I can't remember. Anyway, we're going up the hill. Is that the NSX again in first? Let's get past you, drifting it, lifting the back end up. You almost toppled it as well. I love it when driver Tarzans topple their cars. Or when they do topple them. It doesn't happen often. It doesn't, but when it does, it's actually quite funny. Cut the corner. And yeah, to keep going round, this is not a bad championship, to be fair. This is alright in dirt racing. I think I used this for a street racing one before and it wasn't great. It wasn't. But for this dirt racing, this is actually pretty respectable. Putting the brakes down. That corner's a bit tight. Clip the barrier. And yeah, we've got another corner up here, but now I have a nice little run round here. And you get a Happy New Year chat phrase. Does anyone think they're not trying anymore? The Ryzen 5's out. It's been out for about a month. And they're not trying anymore with this, are they? They're really not. A chat phrase. Woo. An elf outfit. Woo. Yeah, I know. You sort of look at it and just go, is it really worth the hassle? But there are still a few decent cars in the playlist. There's still a couple of nice things up as seasonal rewards. So it probably is worth pushing it if you need certain stuff. But I think in everyone's head, you know, it's like this is on the wind down now. Because everyone's sort of hitting 5, it's on Game Pass, and you know, I think the devs see this as a wind down, but that's that complete. That's a championship sorted. Holyrood Park Trail, that's where we were. So moving on, 60 points, yeah, that's fine. Honda Holiday complete. Bing, 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 that's your levels completion. And chat phrase. Happy New Year. Yeah. And on that great disappointment, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.